All right, let's go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. As you see by our agenda, there's not much on the agenda tonight, so we'll have roll call tonight. John Daniel is excused tonight. Make sure your mics are on. Hopefully you don't have any feedback tonight. I think they're fixed. And the agenda is before you. Since John's not here, all those in favor of the agenda presented, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We have no presentations. And now we're down to public comment. Okay.
Good evening. I just wanted to take this opportunity to be very brief. I know you have a light agenda, and many of us are going to be off to the Four Seasons Garden Club this evening to see the violinists and seascapes, but I did want to come and introduce myself. I am Melissa Baker. I am the new superintendent with South Lyon Community Schools, and just wanted to share, I had a wonderful conversation with David today. There's some people in your community that I've known for a long time. I've been in the district since 1993, including even working with Rosemary Quigley years ago at Salem, and I know you have a wonderful principal here with Ray Metcalf, and I'm sure he's reached out to all of you as well. But I just want to open myself up, let you know I have an open door policy, provide my business card and a welcome letter, and please know if there's questions or concerns or information you'd like about the district, I'm available to you as well as our staff. So thank you for this opportunity. My husband's trying to figure out how to go to Salem Hills and play golf and then come here for dinner during your board meetings. What a lovely spread. So,
Tuesday nights it is.
So again, just thank you for allowing me to have this opportunity to introduce myself.
Well, thanks. Welcome to your new position.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on down to the consent agenda.
I move that Salem Township approve the following consent agenda items. The minutes of July 14th regular meeting of the Board of Trustees. The disbursements for July 2015 include the general fund July check roster of $121,443.80. That's checks 25,498 through 25,558. The escrow fund had the disbursements of $3,098, checks 1601 through 1607. Had a payroll for the month of July for $63,853.40. This was done through Paycor for $182.50. We also had sewer fund disbursements of $5,944.96. These were checks 1953 and 1954. For the invoices for July, we have the general fund of $84,506.84. The sewer fund of $7,061.01. And finally, invoices for the escrow account, $2,075. Do I have a second to this motion?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a second. Any questions, comments on this? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Consent. Under business items, unpaid personal property tax, Mr. Converse.
I move the Salem Township approve the recommendations to adopt the following resolutions authorizing the treasurer to file proceedings pursuant to MCL 211.568 in Washtenaw County Trial Court to strike the 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2009 unpaid and uncollectible personal property taxes from the tax rolls of the Township of Washtenaw from the Township, Washington County, and any school district in which personal property has been located at the time of the assessment.
Second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay, any discussion on this item?
Just for explanation, for the public as well as to the board members here, what this really boils down to is statute and law states that we can only go back and collect taxes for 6 years. After that, they're uncollectible. These are personal properties. In other words, they're primarily from the manufactured home community up in Northville Crossings. And there is really no means by which you can go back to collect these taxes. You can't seize property. You can only go through small claims court. And even in small claims court, there's no guarantee that you can get payment. So they are really uncollectible. And so therefore, we can't go back and collect any over 6 years, but we have to have a court order in order to strike these from our records. Otherwise, they go on until they're struck by a court. And this is court decision is to look at, let these other entities, all the schools and all the other people know that they will not be paid for these taxes.
Okay. Mr. Trent?
I have a few questions, Treasurer Converse. Could you share with us the approximate value or total of the taxes in question for these years?
Sure. These taxes were for, I have to say, 2006, 7, 8, and 9. And there was delinquent taxes of those years for $36,327.03. The penalties and interest that are charged for those was $32,930.69, giving a total that will have to be taken off of our records. It cannot be collected of $69,257.72.
Another question I have is, when you say there's no recourse to collect these taxes, is that even true if the property happens to sell?
The position has been that we have tried, and with these real estate, when these properties are sold, they're not like selling real property, and the people that close on these don't even bother to go back and see if there's delinquent taxes, and therefore they just go on. And they are, by law, they can be passed on to the new owners, but in reality, that is not done.
And do you have any feeling at this point, or any data that would indicate that for the years 2010 through 15, that there might be a similar amount that could come up in the next year or two?
Yes, I do. I have made an extensive effort going back in there, trying to get the records changed. We're still trying to get them. There are still people up there that refuse to pay, and they won't pay. Gary and I have gone up to their association meetings. We have gotten some people to pay. There's other people just flat won't. And we have written letters. I've had the attorney write letters on behalf of them. We had to observe those costs because I cannot write those off against the taxes, collect the taxes, and which really turns out there's nothing I can do to collect them. And I can't seize property. You cannot, because it's personal property, and you cannot seize somebody's personal property.
Since the manufactured housing community just came into existence in the late 90s, is this really the first cycle that the township has been faced with this issue?
No. The previous treasurer went back and he did the same motion, and he removed off the rolls, he removed the tax rolls from 98 through 2005. He did that in 2011.
customary action that other municipalities take as well,
Yes,
and this is prevalent throughout the county.
yes. Prevalent throughout the state.
I could pay for the education of a couple kids, and our, school superintendent's here with us
To
today.
put it in reality, I'll tell you, it costs this township over between $6,000 and $7,000 to collect $10,000 in taxes rather than the manufacturing community. And I know of quite a few other townships and quite a few other counties that will refuse to let assessors go on the property. They don't do it.
They don't even assess them.
That's right.
Ever.
Can't put a lien on the property if it
Nope.
does sell, that way some kind of control.
The only thing that I've got up in my sleeve that I am going to be looking at is I am putting out, I've already checked with the banks. She says I have to connect with the credit bureaus. But I am considering putting a letter out, seeing if I can turn them in, have unpaid taxes and have them go on their credit reports. That's the only thing, but I don't know whether I can do that without a social security number or not, I don't know.
Okay, any other discussion on this? Okay, we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Clerk revenue expenditure report is included in your packet. And the fire department, Ms. Rockwell, I believe, is on vacation, is that true? And our Washtenaw County law enforcement submitted. Down to board discussion. And it'll be a 15-minute meeting. Unless we want to discuss. Just a couple updates, board members, on this roadmap of Salem Township, and also for the public, I put one on the table back there. This is talking about the tons of limestone that, the money that was budgeted for all the roads that the township and, or the road commission and myself have driven around to add some limestone. So I thought we'd give you that report. It's kind of tells you where it was laid out. The Tower Road between 7 and 8 Mile, that project I believe is done. And that, there's a nice space there later. That was a big project that we did that's completed. Curtis Road, I believe, is completed except the drainage ditching is still not been
About
done.
sweeping my approach, there's more stone on my approach than there is concrete.
Okay. But that project has been done, and,
Will they be striping the pavement?
right,
Yeah.
they have to do that plus the ditching. Then, other projects that still have, they are planning on doing 6 Mile between Angle Road and Pontiac Trail. A chip seal, they're still planning on doing that this year. And that's kind of the updates on the roads, other than some more ditching and berming along the sides. So that kind of gives up. Superior Township, we placed a call to Supervisor Ken Schwartz there, and they're, if you look at Joy Road, that piece on there, they're contributing, I think 200 ton. We're putting 300 tons, so it's always good to share with the neighbors if they're willing to share with us to take care of some of the roads along that border. So that's just something for your information on that. I think, what else? So I kind of give you an update on our park. We still, there's a little bit more debris to be cleaned up. The signs, the board didn't meet this month, So a lot of them on vacation, but they're supposed to have the signs that will be placed on the property, and try to give some updates on when it will be officially open. Crops look real nice over there. We were over there today looking. It looks beautiful. Any other general, even from the public, if you wanted to know something what's going on?
I got one question. With regards to, I think last year we left the contract out for the agricultural, the four-track property. And do you have an idea when that's going to be let out again this year? Because I think we only did it on a yearly basis.
Right. I will make a note of that and see when it's actually up or when we did it last year.
Yeah, because I think the farmers need to have a little more lead time than what we gave them last year.
Yeah, I think in what I've seen on records in the past, that most of the other properties in the township have been on a 3-year contract.
Correct.
And they kind of need that for planning stages and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, because I think that needs to come back before the board to have, to go with a different time frame.
Anything else?
The sewer plant repairs we
Oh, yes.
authorized last month, can you give us a status on
The permit has been submitted to our engineers. We signed the papers on that. The limestone, the gravel was donated by Cable and Sons. The work has been done this past week, so the road has been improved, so when the DEQ comes back out again, that project's been done. As far as the other two, there were 2 bids that we talked about last month, and it looks like it's coming way under what they had first said, like $57,000. And so it looks like it's going to be, I would say about $37,000, plus taking off the road, which I think they said it was like $17,000. And I think our bill's going to be like $500. So, but we'll keep you updated on that. It was another issue I think we talked a little bit about last month about, what's the street, Mancedona? Which is just south of the school, where there's been backups, and it's been a problem ongoing for a long time, and we're trying to resolve that. It really has never been taken care of and done right. We do have some real problems down there, so hopefully by in the month of September, we can address that and get that corrected once and for all. But we need the homeowner involved in it just to make sure this thing has been addressed and taken care of, so we don't have this issue anymore. Our audit report, our auditors were in. The auditor was, our staff here has done a fantastic job. We met with them for about an hour, and their comments were they wished other townships were as efficient as this with the workers that we have here taking care of that. So we should have a presentation from them next month, and with the information that will be provided at the next meeting. Anything else? Anybody else? Any show stack, the development, that's just about the same. We're still waiting on the sewer and water, like what's going to happen with that. We keep informing them, and they seem like they do understand that they have to figure out how to pay for this. And and we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. But they do have plans, as you know, as the residential area over there to get kicked off once they figure that out. Anything else? Any other questions from the audience about what's going on in the town? I know the railroads, I'm sure most of you have been frustrated with that. We didn't learn till last week about the Napier closing, because that's part of like Wayne County, and it created a real problem at the landfill all the trucks coming down. From, Wayne, up from Beck to 5 Mile to Napier Road coming in, so therefore they shut that down. All the trucks are diverted down 5 Mile up to Chubb Road and then curving around, which our few residents on 6 Mile here, it was awful. The county, the road commission, and I called them, they came out that day and graded and put more brine on just because you couldn't even see what you got on the corner down there just coming out, so. Wished we would have been informed a little bit earlier about that, but unfortunately it wasn't, so. But they're saying this should be done out here. Hopefully the weather stays good and they can get it done on a timely basis, so. I know that's been frustrating for a lot of people.
There is one question I have with regards to the county road commission. We paid them a lot of money to put brine down, and they sprinkled the road a little bit. Very little, hardly enough to control the dust. We're not getting the money what we're paying for. And I think
Did you call them?
I leave that up to you. We got more pull than
Well, wait a minute, I thought you were the road committee. Yes, Ivan.
Yeah, talking about the road commission, with their shoulder mowing, when you pull out Brookville Road to Pontiac Trail to the south, that's terrible. It's all growed up there and they just make a little pass.
Brookville and what now?
Pontiac Trail.
Pontiac
Okay,
Trail.
it's a accident almost every day trying to pull out there. It's terrible. And they come around that curve from North Territorial like 60 miles an hour, but you really can't see. And they need to cut back more. The growth has gotten pretty high there in the
Alright.
corner. They mowed there
They were
last
just
week.
out there yesterday or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, but they just make one little, like a 4-foot pass off the side of the road. Not doing a good job there. They need to back up a couple times and clear that corner off. And also, we didn't get any limestone on our part of Brookville Road. I'm gonna tell Glenn about that.
All right.
You're probably hearing about that.
I'm sure I will. Well, next year, we plan, I think, according to up to the board, but I think next year, we, 50% of, the county puts 50% into our local roads, and the rest is really kind of left up to us. That's kind of like all the townships, contribute to their own local roads. And I think next year, we're gonna be able to really make a dent in a lot of these roads, to upgrade them. I would like to see the board look at, we're talking $500,600,000 that we're gonna be able to, just kind of what we've been budgeting for the last 3 years to kind of, just totally go to that. Our payment was done this year, and I don't know what they're doing up in Lansing. I don't think anybody knows how they're gonna fund the roads, but our local roads need attention, and hopefully we can make a big dent in the next budget. Okay, Bonnie?
Yes, I'd like to say that it was nice that even if you didn't get the information on time, that you put the flyers on the website, so we had some chance of knowing what's going on.
Is
Even
that-
if.
Is that a positive? Is that a positive?
No,
All right,
yeah,
thank you.
mark it under the column. Even if CSX doesn't know what they're doing,
All right.
we had a chance to get ahead of it.
All right, thanks, Bonnie. Darrell?
The mowing at Tower in Brookville, southeast corner,
Tower and what?
Brookville. The southeast corner. The vines growing up the, what do you call it, the pole tension line, and it's blocking the view. You have to really pull out when you stop to see anybody coming south, going northbound on Brookville. I mean on Tower. The county would cut that back.
Butch, what are you doing tomorrow? Just teasing, just teasing.
As long as it's not poison ivy.
Right. All right, thanks, Darrell. All right, anybody else? It's kind of a boring meeting. All right, and I guess we're down to public comment. We've got anybody else want to say something? Our fire truck, the fire truck, the other fire truck is in, I don't know, did we talk about that last month? So, that one is in, but the tanker is still, about, last time I heard it was about 3 weeks away. So that'll be good to have that. So our fleet is looking pretty good, I think. All right, nothing else? All right, then, is this the shortest meeting? No? Didn't make it. Okay, we're adjourned. Thanks to everybody for coming. Stay around and refreshments. And talk.
Thanks for letting me walk the farm too, I lost 20 pounds.